Fellas, first of all, let me say, no, this title is not clickbait. I cannot believe me, of all people, would make a video with this title. But I can assure you, this is not only accurate, but a really weird situation for a mod I've ever seen before. So to start, I'm on YouTube checking for Minecraft mods. Really any, but I'd like some horror ones. And I spot this one called Creepy Mod, Playdate, Minecraft Mod. With a thumbnail like that, I'm kinda surprised it doesn't have more views. I mean, it sure as hell beats the hundreds of dwellers that are in rotation currently. So I'm watching this video and they're showing off all these things. Now I should explain that although the title says creepy, this is actually like a 2-in-1 mod, because it's not outright creepy at the start. This mod gives childlike blocks and objects like plushies, building blocks, houses, that are a lot more happy and very light colors, you know? I'm sure you can play this and not even know it's got some horror aspects in this. Like I said, it's a very weird situation. I mean, this is like unironically those children cartoon show theories that are like, this show is secretly dark. Anyways, I'm sure you're wondering, how do you even see the horror stuff then? So like I said, this is a cutesy mod with soft toys and mascots. So you need to bring these guys back to life. Yes, you actually need to bring these toys into real life mods. The funny thing is though, you do it with a soul bottle. Makes sense, but you need to put soul sand in a glass bottle and right click on this thing for it to come to life. But not only that, it needs to be nighttime. Spent a lot of time trying to figure out why it wasn't working. And in hindsight, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That being said, they do go back to their normal toy state when it's day. I really like these mobs and went to go check on the mod page to see what versions it's available for, you know? So I can put it in mod packs or whatever. And to my surprise, the mod page says, the horror aspect of the mod has been removed as of the 1.19 release. Huh? All that work and really cool designs gone? Why would that be the case? It's completely optional too, so I don't think you'd come across any of these horror things unless you really know how to do it yourself. I mean, I guess if you really want to think about it, maybe you can troll people on a server that have it, but I mean, to take it on a new future versions feels kind of baffling, because I feel like it wouldn't intrude on most people unless they knew what it was. I was really curious as to why this happened. I mean, there's just no way you drop such a cool feature and work you put onto these models and just the mod itself. Like, just make it a config or something. So my ass went a Googling. I'll be honest, I didn't see too much. I found this Reddit post showing the mod's trailer, which isn't up anymore and now privated. Probably showing some of the horror stuff. And since they took down the horror stuff, they probably removed the mod trailer, I assume. Although I saw this funny comment on the Reddit post from 2 years ago. This mod looks real interesting. Horror mods for Minecraft aren't all that common. Hope it pans out well. To think Dweller would be the face of Minecraft horror mods. But it is funny because that's the highest rated comment. Granted 8 points, but I think it shows a large portion would be interested in the horror aspect. And the other thing I found while Googling was the Wayback Machine. For some reason, you can't see comments on the Playdate's CurseForge page. I don't know why, but if you go back to February 18th, 2022, you can. Again, it's not that serious, you don't really need to be doing all this, but I'm nosy, like I'm sure most of you guys are who are watching this. The mod page is different and actually has no mention of the horror aspect, funny enough. So maybe they did catch a few people by surprise. Let's check a few of the comments we can actually check. Bye, some fun bum list. Okay, I don't want to wreck the surprise, but I've been patiently waiting for something to happen in survival with my large dolls, and in about 100 days, it's still nothing. And in all my exploration, I have not found a bottled soul or any way to make one. Could I have a hint? Or is this purely a creative mode feature? So judging by this comment, I guess the dev wanted it to be a surprise, which is why they didn't bother posting the horror aspect on the mod page. Which is really funny when you think about it. It means this is like a childlike style mod with plushies and soft toys. I'm kind of surprised this guy did 100 days with this mod and was just looking for something horror, I assume. Kind of funny, but let's keep reading some more. Here's a good one. I just had a panic attack and a heart attack when I figured out what the bottled soul was for. Can't really see much more, but it's funny seeing the comments. Obviously not expecting this to be a horror mod. Although I'm sure maybe some came from that trailer we saw on Reddit before and saw a tease maybe. Anyways, I decided to just join the Discord of the creator of the mod, as it's usually the best way to get information for Minecraft mods nowadays. From what I've seen, the dev has only said one thing about the removal of the horror aspect. Important to point out that due to certain mod packs requesting it and people disliking it, Playdate will be moving forward without the horror aspect. The goal is now to create a childlike, cozy, sweet feel, rather than a menacing one. This also fits the vibe of the rest of our mods. I apologize to the small group that did enjoy it, and hope you can understand. Thank you for your continued support. I'll be honest, a little bit of a letdown because this is probably the most obvious answer, but part of me did wish it was for more spookier reasons or something, I don't know. So yeah, kinda sucks that mod packs using this mod and people actually disliking it for its unique, completely optional horror aspect gets it taken down from future versions. Which I will say, you can still use the 1.18 version for the horror aspects, but kinda sad. I feel like the dev obviously must have been passionate about it. Was the Minecraft community not ready for the horror yet? But this was 2 years ago, so I'm sure they don't care about it as much, but it's a shame regardless. So I did actually end up contacting the dev because I was curious and I wanted to know if they had any specific stories about the mod itself. And they actually did reply and answer all my questions. Any stories or complaints that stick out from when people were disliking the mod for the horror aspect? Ultimately, my studio was undergoing a rebranding where all my mods are more cozy and meant to fit the vanilla style. While that is not necessarily the case anymore, that's the reason for Playdate's revamp. I guess the reasoning of people disliking it wasn't the only reason, probably just wanted to stick to one theme, I guess. What compelled you to even make a cutesy mod to have a hidden horror aspect to it as well? I aim to create a decoration mod that stood out from basic furniture mods. I added toys because at the time I was searching for a toy mod that matched the vanilla art style but couldn't find one. It wasn't until the most recent iteration of Playdate that this was achieved. Additionally, I incorporated a horror aspect to explore different modding genre, which wasn't very popular back then, before the emergence of cave dweller mods and the subsequent horror boom. Do you have any desires to make a horror mod now, or even just ideas for what you want to do for one? Horror has always been my favorite genre. I would love to create a horror themed mod or a mod with creeper elements or an eerie art style. Yeah, that was about it. I mean, no super cool mystery here, but you know what? Solved, fellas, solved. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the dev for reaching out to me and actually answering some of my questions. Because really, I was a nobody. I didn't even tell them my YouTube channel or anything like that. They were very happy to answer my questions. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if the video is a bit jumbled. Never done anything like this, but I thought it was an interesting turn of events, so I hope you enjoyed.